Welcome back, guys. Battlefield 1's third expansion pack named Turning Tides is just around the corner, and in this quick video I will share just about every single thing you should know about this DLC and what new, exciting, and awesome things it will bring to Battlefield 1. In this video I will address new info such as what the new game mode will be, the new elite class coming to Battlefield 1, the new vehicles to bring to battle. I will show you each one of the new guns, new maps, and much more. So without further ado, let's get into what you came here for. The first Battlefield 1 DLC, They Shall Not Pass, provided us with the game mode Frontlines. The second DLC, In the Name of the Tsar, provided us with the, albeit lackluster, game mode Supply Drop. And here in this third DLC, Turning Tides, we have a new game mode in the works, and it sounds pretty interesting. This new game mode is entitled Conquest Assault. The way the mode works is the defending team starts around holding every point on the map. The enemy team must push its way through to the last capture point before exhausting its supply of 250 tickets. The kicker is the defending team doesn't have a main base to spawn from. That means the defending players are only able to respawn on their teammates if they lose every single one of those capture points. The attacking team wins if all members of the defending team die. This game mode might make for some adrenaline pumping, high stakes battles over some crazy capture points, especially the last point the defending team can spawn from. There have been many questions and rumors as to what ability a new elite class could bring to Battlefield 1, and here's the info you came to hear about. The new elite class coming in the Turning Tides DLC is called the Infiltrator. Here's how EA describes it. Hide in plain sight and move faster across the battlefield with the new Infiltrator Elite class. This kit appears in theory more dedicated to stealth than dealing high damage infliction on the enemy. The kit allows you to take advantage of a permanent sprint speed boost while calling in artillery strikes and deploying a mobile spawn for your friendly teammates. This sounds like a lot of fun to use, but might prove to be a little imbalanced. We gotta see what they do with this. What we don't know yet is how DICE plans to make sure this thing isn't too overpowered. I remember the Spy class from Team Fortress Classic and even Team Fortress 2 that I used to play with many years ago. The Spy class was used by switching into the enemy uniform, and as long as you weren't attacked or damaged by the enemy, the disguise would remain active. It would cause for some great infiltration of enemy lines and some hilarious gameplay. Because believe it or not, enemies sometimes they just never caught on, and it was just absolutely hilarious. More importantly, the ability to deploy a spawn point behind enemy lines is huge. Add an artillery strike to help secure the spawn point, and a round could switch in your team's favor, and there could be a huge impact on changing the course of the battle. One thing Battlefield does better than just about any other first-person shooter is large-scale maps and vehicles. In this coming DLC, we can expect to see at least two new vehicles. These two new vehicles have been labeled as the Coastal Class Airship and the L-Class Destroyer. The Lafori, or L-Class Destroyer, was a torpedo destroyer of the Royal Navy. These destroyers were affixed with a number of torpedo tubes. In the concept art pictured, it appears to show two of these torpedo destroyers taking on a larger ship, which might be a slight alternation to the current dreadnought. Keep in mind, DICE have said there will be no actual new behemoth in the Turning Tides DLC. The second vehicle we can expect is the Coastal Class Airship. The Coastal Class airships were the blimps used by the Royal Naval Air Service during World War I. The blimps were used for anti-submarine patrols in the western approaches and English Channel. Protecting convoys from German U-boats was their main purpose. The Coastal Class was one of the first aircraft types specifically designed to detect and attack submarines. Most were affixed with Lewis guns attached to the gondola, with a primary armament of bombs for anti-submarine use. The average crew of this smaller blimp was 5 men, so it remains to be seen how many players will utilize this new vehicle. If history can be predicted and repeated in game, keep a close eye on enemy planes when utilizing this new method of air travel. The slower moving Coastal Class Airship could become a valuable target for those enemy pilots. There have been a great deal of rumors surrounding submarines being placed in this DLC, and only time will tell, but I appreciate the rumors you guys have sent me, so keep in mind if I do see something substantial, I will shout you out and I will share what you sent me. Now onto the weapons. I've seen a number of rumors floating around about what the new upcoming weapons might be, so our topic number 4 will address what weapons have been both tested in the CTE and will be making an appearance in the upcoming DLC. Each DLC for Battlefield 1 has provided us with new weapons, and this Turning Tides DLC has some new guns that might be just the type of weapons that help improve your Battlefield abilities. As usual, with every single weapon Battlefield 1 is released, I do have and share unlock tips videos to help you guys with unlocking those new weapons as quickly as possible. If there's a weapon you have yet to unlock, check out my playlist for all past weapons and make sure to subscribe so you get an early look at unlocking the new Turning Tides weapons I will break down for you now. In the Turning Tides DLC, we are expected to get our hands on 2 new melee weapons and 6 guns. This video will not break down the actual weapon stats and details, so stay tuned as I usually test the weapons in the CTE and provide my feedback. I plan to do the same with these new weapons, although they can change drastically before release. For the Scout class, we get the Airship and Carcano Rifles. The Airship, from what I've seen, might be a close operation to the SM Elite Marksman, which is one of my favorite rifles for aggressive sniping, as some of you already know. For the Assault class, we get the C96 Trench and the M12P16, and there's also a new breach gun flak option for Assault players that is useful for taking down those pesky airplanes. The Medic class gets the Farquhar Hill with both range and stability variants, and the Support class gets the Browning M1917, also with a telescopic variant. The 2 new melee weapons have been named as the Naval Cutlass and the Grappling Hook. I remember the Grappling Hook from Battlefield 2 Special Forces and Battlefield Hardline, but it appears as per DICE this Grappling Hook is not going to be used as we might think, which makes sense that it would be in the melee weapon position. Now the new faction we're going to get, They Shall Not Pass, brought the French army into Battlefield 1's battlefields. The In the Name of the Tsar DLC brought the Russian army. Turning Tides will also deliver a new playable faction. DICE has confirmed we will get to play as the British Royal Marines inside this new DLC. It appears the British Royal Marines will be released in the second wave of this DLC in January of 2018, with the bulk of the rest of the DLC arriving in December. Speaking of waves, it appears that this Turning Tides DLC will be split between a December and January content release. Expect the new maps called Cape Helles and Achibaba to release in December. On Cape Helles, you will get to experience the head-on British beach assault on the Ottoman Empire. The map also includes naval warfare and aerial combat. The second map, Achibaba, puts you in the middle of the Battle of Krithia, featuring trench networks, gullies, ravines, and other fortified defenses. This is an infantry trench warfare focused map, and that's the type of maps your boy Rumpspanker loves to get my hands on and loves to get into. In December, prepare for a new operation called Gallipoli. In January, prepare for the new maps Heligoland Bight and Zebriga, with the Royal Marines faction to move and then arrive in the new year as well. With the new specializations, new service assignments, and much more to come, stay tuned for more as I get as much information as possible and I share it with you guys as soon as I get it. All I ask is that if you enjoy this video, please hit that thumbs up button because it helps me know you enjoy more content like this. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. We're on the road to 4K so you don't miss out on any fresh new content, uploads, and live streams I got for you guys. Until next time, it's your boy Rumpspanker, and I'm outta here.